since before I even get into the video. Look, this stuff is always like, we all know it's been going on, but like as you see, it's on all different levels. Influencers, artists, movie stars, all these different levels of Hollywood. And it's kind of, it's not funny, but it is kind of crazy. It is sometimes funny that like it just keeps happening, and it's like these people don't care. They're gonna lead people astray. They don't preach the word. They don't know the word of God, and they don't preach the truth. You cannot make up your truth. You know, you cannot do what these people are doing, sacrificing people for monetary gains. Yeah, even though 100 mil to them may seem like, oh, that's a lot of money. But for the things that you do to get that, think about that. That's like when you talk to a woman, if you tell her the truth and you're honest from the get-go to through marriage, it's a whole different feeling of doing that versus finessing through your whole marriage and then feeling like, man, when say like your wife passed away, feeling like, wow, I never was really being me. So it's gonna be a huge bit of grief that drops on you, and you're not gonna feel real. That's a huge difference than keeping it real. That's why these people, they gonna feel a lot of grief, a lot of stuff, because the stuff that they gain in this world, they never earned it anyways. So let's get into the video.
$1 billion deal with Barstool Sports for their podcast, $1 million worth of game. Now, it's very coincidental, right, that after this deal is signed, after these individuals sign their name on that paperwork, Gilly the Kid, 25-year-old son, man.
That's just, wow.
So young, man. I'm 26, man.
Exactly.
Gilly the Kid's 25-year-old son killed in a triple shooting in Philadelphia after his father signed a deal for $100 million.
Wow.
So, was this his payment? Was his son's death his payment for going into the new echelon, right?
Yep.
So without further ado, man, we gonna dive in on this and we gonna see what's going on, man.
Yeah, this is some crazy stuff.
Now, it's very interesting, man, that at the time of this death, at the time of this murder, Gilly the Kid happens to be 38 years old.
Ooh.
So there's some confusion going on, as it always is when something happens with these celebrities. These celebrities have been famous for years. Gilly the Kid has been rapping for years. So there's no reason why all of a sudden now they can't get his birthday.
Wow.
So if you look it up, it'll tell you January 1st, 1984.
Oh no.
But right up under it, you see multiple times it says July 31st. July 31st, July 31st. He even went on his own Twitter. This is his Twitter. Gilly the Kid, 100,000 followers. This is him. Alright, saying happy birthday, July 30th. Keep in mind, I'm on Mountain Time. Gilly the Kid live in Philly. He live on the East Coast. So when he said this, it was already July 31st.
Exactly.
So where does January 1st come in at? Where do they all of a sudden?
They always make up stuff. They always doing this.
It's to throw you off. They always do this.
Yep.
When we know, those of y'all that's familiar with gematria already, we know that the number 38 is the killing number. Murder by numbers.
Yep.
Killing equals 38. Rapper equals 38, which he and his son both were. Death equals 38. And even Gilly the Kid, real name Nazir, equals 38 as well. Now, if you don't understand what you're looking at, this is the practice of gematria, turning letters into their numerical value. Yeah. And this is what's going on in the industry, in the universe, man. Numbers. They always tell you that numbers don't lie, right?
Yep.
So yeah, it's something very deep with numbers, man, and especially letters as well. It's a very interesting correlation between this alphabet that we use right on a daily basis. It's also interesting that Gilly the Kid's birthday, July 31st, adding that date numerology together, the 7th month and the 31st day, we also get the number 38.
Ooh,
now, like you heard me say, man, murder by numbers, I didn't say that for no reason, because if we look at the movie Murder by Numbers, yes, this was a movie starring Sandra Bullock.
Yep, that's true.
Now, as you can see in the title,
remember this?
The number 3 and the number 8 is strategically placed in the cover to let you know this is indeed a real thing. Even the word in gematria, murder, equals 38.
That's true.
It also equals the reflection of a 3 in the reverse cipher, the English language backwards, right? A is 1, C is 26 in the reverse cipher. And this is what's going on, man. This is exactly what's going on, man. Right under everybody's nose.
Yep, right in your face.
Well, let's continue, man. Come on. Right? Because Gilly the Kid equals the reflection of 38, right? 83.
See? Reverse.
Now, it's so interesting that the day that Gilly the Kid signed the deal, the $100 million deal, his son died 38 weeks after that. Man, come on, man.
See?
Come on. What's really going on, man?
First 38.
Now, like I said, man, death equals 38 in the ordinal cipher. Ordinal is original. E being the first letter of the alphabet, B being the second, so on and so forth.
Yep.
And this is how these things is going, man. But come on, man. Because along with death, right? Along with the word death, Gilly's son was 25 years old at the time of his death, when death also equals 25 in the reverse reduction cipher, right? Reduction is reducing the double digits to single digits. So right there where you see A equals 8, if you put the English language in reverse, right? A would equal 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. The reason for reduction, the reason for the reduction cipher in the first place, it comes from Pythagoras. You know, in school, in math class, you was taught the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Yeah, the Pythagorean theorem, right? And that's because the Greek philosopher Pythagoras believed that the only true numbers were 1 through 9. There, 0 has no value.
Yep, that's true.
So this is why the reduction cipher came about. It's really called the Pythagoras cipher. In other words, the most pure cipher that decoders like to call it, right? But let's continue, man, with this word death, because it's very interesting that Gilly the Kid, in the year 1984, which was a leap year, he was born on the 213th day of the year, just like death.
Wow.
It was 213 and satanic.
That'd be crazy. They be lining this up.
He also shares this birthday, July 31st. He also shares this birthday with another rapper from Philly, Lil Uzi.
This dirty
whose artist, Lotta Cash Desto was shot and killed. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the murder weapon was a damn Uzi, right?
Exactly.
But we see the things that these people share. And then they both lose somebody.
Always.
Somebody dies around both of these individuals.
Always losing
that
people.
share the same birthday and the same birthplace. But come on. Right? Because July 31st, Gilly's birthday. Gilly's birthday this year is on the 12th day of his son's death. It's also on the first week and the 5th day of his son's death. Just like the word son equals 12 and 15.
Damn. What?
Now, what's really crazy, once again, taking the day that Gilly was born, the 213th day of the year, which also leaves, remember, adding this up, we get 366, right? Because the year that he was born was a leap year. So it just so happened that on that leap year, his birthday left 153 days left, just like death and son and satanic.
Wow.
The death of his son. See, when you get into this industry, this is what they gonna take into account.
Yeah,
this is what they gonna do with you without you knowing.
Exactly.
This is what they're gonna do to you. They gonna take the day that you was born, man.
Yep.
And whoever line up with it, whatever line up with it, that's what they gonna do with you.
Yep. That's
when you ready to go through that, when you ready to go through them 2 doors, so y'all say it's 3 doors. It's really 2 doors because the 3rd door you on your own. So it's 2 doors into the industry, man. You got the booty door and the blood door. So obviously he didn't want to take the booty door, right?
Yeah.
So now we see what had to occur. But come on, man.
Booty door.
So now we see what happens and why. Why these certain individuals, something happens to these certain individuals when their number come around. Yeah, it's like a lottery, man. It's a lottery with these celebrities, man.
It is.
It's a lottery. They just waiting on their number to get called, man. That's it.
Who finna
Come
die?
on. Right? Because once again, man, his birthday being on a day leaving 153 days, just like his real name, Nazir Fard, which equals 153 in the English language backwards. Now, the death of his son being July 20th. Now, this is an interesting day as well because it's the 201st day of the year. When we know that Order of Illuminati equals 201 and the Jesuit Order equals 201.
What?
There was a lot of things that occurred this day.
Doing a ritual. Doing a whole
The
ritual.
rapper, the Painting Pictures rapper that they want to point out to you, Superstar Pride was charged with murder on the same day, on the 201st day of the year. When they want to point out to you that he's best known for his song Painting Pictures, when Painting Pictures equals 201.
Well, putting it all in the word.
These events that occurred on the 201st day of the year, these was distractions. These was distractions. These was the hidden hands.
Yep, distraction.
These 2 things happening was the hidden hand. But really, this is what also happened on the same day. The Federal Reserve launched Fed now. The new instant payment service. Yes, this is what the Cash App man got killed for.
Exactly.
This is why they took him out. Get him out the way so the Federal Reserve can have their own Cash App. So now the Federal Reserve can see everything that's going on in your account, have all control over your everything that's going in and coming out. You hear me?
Exactly.
Full monitored, fully monitored, right?
Thank you.
This is why they do the things that they do. And this is what happened on this same day.
Yep.
See, this was the other hand. Look at this hand. I want y'all to look at this hand. This is what they do to us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody look at this. Right? Everybody look at this.
They always do.
Everybody look at this. But in the meantime,
they doing something way bigger.
This. You hear me? Yep. This is what we really doing.
The real.
So this is why they take our concentration. They always have us look at one thing and then something else is going on in the background.
Behind the scenes, yep.
But come on. Right? Back to Gilly the Kid, right? Because Gilly the Kid's son passed away on July 20th, 2023, which when we break that down, it was 70 day numerology, just like Gilly the Kid equals 70. Oh, you thought we weren't going to talk about Wallow. Yeah, so let's talk about Wallow now because he's on the podcast with Gilly the Kid. So you thought he wasn't going to be involved as well? Let's get into it. So Wallow was born in the year 79. Now, we already spoke about murder earlier with Gilly, so let's talk about murder with Wallow.
Yep.
So murder equals 79 in the ordinal cipher. So it's very interesting with that being said, because if you go over to Wallow's Instagram, he happens to be following 79 people. Just like murder at the time.
Wow.
That Gilly the Kid's son gets murdered. Wallow is also 44 years and 4 weeks old at the time of this killing of this rapper, which both equal 444 in the Sumerian cipher.
What?
Also, 44, right? 44 as YNG Cheese was killed by gunfire, right? Gunfire equals 44. Shooting equals 44. Bullets equals 44. And kill equals 44. As Wallow is 44 years old.
Dang, they all connected to it.
Because Wallow was also born on a day.
That was a crazy video. All I know is that there's nothing new under the sun. So they've been doing certain things for a certain way for a while. We just haven't caught on fully yet, but now it's being exposed. This stuff is not a game. You gotta understand that. Like, these people know exactly what they do. So we gotta be like, aware and on our toes. And just think think big. But also be aware of the small subtle things that could fly over your head. Just like he mentioned, they did the Gilly the Kid's son pass. That was a big news, but meanwhile, FedNow was implemented yesterday. So big things is changing here in America, and it's already implemented. So get ready. Get ready.